Hi, welcome back to Luxury Living in Palm Springs. I'm Christina Joy, and today we are going to be talking about something that is really true and dear to my heart. It is the most important time of the entire day. Do you have any idea what that time could be? Do you have any guesses? Well, it is not probably what you think. It's not a fancy morning routine. It's actually 5 to 15 minutes before you go to sleep at night. You probably just watched a movie, we're lying in bed, we're scrolling on our phones, and maybe you stay there, okay, it's time to go to sleep, I'm really exhausted. So then what you do is you start thinking about your day, right? You start thinking about maybe tomorrow or the future. You start thinking about the bills you have to pay. You start thinking about what this person said, what your daughter said, what your husband said, what your friend said. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I said that. That was so stupid. Or whatever it is that you're going through in your mind, you start thinking about that. And really, it's the worst time in the world to recap all the negative things of your day or all the stuff that you're super stressed about for the next day. This time is when Wayne Dyer, Dr. Joe Dispenza, all the most amazing people that have studied the brain with all the fancy equipment, is your subconscious never sleeps. And as we know, as we're learning our brains more, is that our real power of transformation comes from our subconscious. Even though our conscious is kind of ruling the day, our subconscious is what's driving our conscious. So we have to change our subconscious. And the best way to do that is in theta. When your brain is in theta, that's that dreamy-like state or trance that our brain goes in when we are in sleep, but our subconscious does not go to sleep. It keeps thinking. And what it's going to think about as you go to sleep is what you're thinking about right before bed. Please stop scrolling. Stop thinking about all the stuff you have to worry about tomorrow. Stop thinking about all the things that you did say or didn't say, or somebody said to you or hurt your feelings, or you're stressed or worried about this. Take the last 5 to 15 minutes, as long as you can, really, the longer the better. Lie in bed and think of the best case scenario. What if everything worked out for you today, right? What if everything worked out for you tomorrow? How would that feel? Wayne Dyer says that, I forget my thoughts if I don't just say them. I can't circle back. The Bible even talks about this in the book of Job, how God will actually come and talk to you in the middle of the night is when he puts his word on your heart. It depends on the time you have, right? Not every night's gonna look the same. But before you go to bed at night, why don't you try just starting off, just write what you're grateful for. Sometimes, yes, I light a candle, I sit up, I write a future letter to myself, I'll write gratitude journal, I'll do a visualization technique, but sometimes I'm exhausted. I don't have time for any of that. I just want to go to bed. But I know that when I go to bed, I'm not going to be thinking of stressful things. I am not going to be thinking of things that I didn't do or things that I did wrong during the day. In fact, Wayne Dyer says that if you can't get into a positive mindset or positive thinking or stop thinking about the stresses, don't go to sleep. Literally get up out of bed, go for a walk around your bedroom, go out and get some water, do a jumping jack, whatever you have to do to just to reset your brain. Then come back to bed, try again, lay there, pray, meditate, breathe, do something to change that mindset to where you get rid of those thoughts. Because if you're going to be on those thoughts, this is what your brain is going to ruminate on for the next 8 hours, 6 hours, 5 hours, 2 hours, however long you have to sleep, is all it's going to be thinking about. So if I don't have time to do all those magical things that I had mentioned, just literally lying in bed, and I'll sometimes just right before I go to bed, I'll just close my eyes and I'll just think about something that is happening tomorrow, and I will envision it happening in the most amazing positive way. I mean, if I have a photo shoot, if I have a client meeting, if I'm going to fly on a plane and go somewhere, I envision my passengers being so super nice and my crew is amazing. I imagine meeting my client at the coffee shop and they're amazing clients and we connect. I love working with them. I think about the best possible outcome. And if there's something that's on my mind that's worrying me, I try to just say and try to leave it to God. Just give it to God. I'm not even going to think about that right now, because what am I going to do about it in this moment? At 10 o'clock at night, at 9:30 at night, you're not going to do anything about it. So your brain's just going to sit there and think. And so you've got to just take control. Dr. Joe Dispenza says our mind is like a horse, and it's a wild horse, and it wants to run all over. But We need to be in control. We need to slow those thoughts down. And over time, you will break it down, right? You will break down the horse over time if you just keep trying and keep trying. And that wild horse will be trained. And those are exactly like our thoughts. For the next 5 days or 2 days or tonight, one day, whatever you can, whatever you want, I really challenge you to change your nighttime routine. And like I said, as little as 5 to 15 minutes is all you need. Another time that's really super special is really that 5 to 15 minutes when you wake up in the morning. It doesn't have to be this long, crazy thing, but it's just because you're coming out of sleep and you're going, it's nighttime, you're going into sleep, your brain is starting to go into those Wayne-like states of dreamy trances. And when you wake up, you're still kind of in that semi-sleep state. So just say magical things are going to happen. That's it. Even just that simple, just keep saying that to yourself. Magical things are going to happen to me today. Magical things are going to happen to me tomorrow. Say that over and over and over again right before you go to sleep and right as you wake up. And if you can remember as soon as you wake up, say a prayer, meditate, just keep that affirmation. Magical things are going to happen, because I really do believe that it is really powerful. And it's not just based off of what I'm saying. This is based off of science. I will put links below in Dr. Joe Dispenza and Wayne Dyer. And this is stuff that's like bigger than us. This is bigger than our conscious. This is our subconscious, which is where the real transformation comes. So I hope this helped, and let me know your thoughts. Subscribe, like below. Again, my name is Christina Joy McMahon. I'm also a real estate agent here in Palm Springs, and I would love to know your thoughts on what do you do to go to sleep at night that gives you peaceful thoughts, and do you think the last 5 to 10, 15 minutes of your day really matters? All right, well, talk to you soon, and have a great day and a beautiful night's rest.